indeed, we are going to have a story, a successful story of a young CEO today, which is the Hillary Yip. She was the young CEO around the world. She was just yeah, it was just 15 years. So to the viewers, 10 million viewers who are wondering kung unsa ni siya sa mga bago pa nakakita, bago pa nagtanaw sa amo karon. So, kami di ay naadire kay we are going to share an inspirational story from the beginning, so from our podcast episode 1. So this is the last episode 3. So sa bago pa naka-view, share me og mga inspirational story about the successful persons around the world. So for today's last episode, we're going to share an inspirational story of Hillary, the youngest CEO in the world. Tapos, we are going to look
Hi, I'm Hillary Yip, the founder and CEO of my own app called Lumandez. And this is why you should listen to me. I'm Hillary Yip, I'm 13 years old, and I'm working on a startup called Lumandez, which hopes to connect the world through kids.
Tell us more about your company then. What is it called and how many downloads, how many people follow it?
So we're an online kids community where we can have kids from all over the world on our platform to talk to each other in different topics that interest them. And if they want to learn a new language, they have access to native speakers worldwide, so they can chat in a fully immersive environment. So right now we've got more than 40,000 downloads from more than 50 countries.
Wow. I mean, you are an inspirational public speaker, an extraordinary talented young woman. I just want to know, do you not ever get nervous on the stage when you have to present your pitches?
Well, let's put it this way. If you get me debating or talking about minor minors or presenting, you'll never see a hint of any nerves. But you get me to sing and I'll have knock-kneed and I'll probably puke as I go on.
I want to show you this clip, okay? This was from a few years ago.
Parents, I know how you feel. You want your children to become global citizens and be able to speak different languages. You spend a small fortune on extra lessons. In return, our kids dread it. They moan and groan. And after a holiday, they forget all of it. Sound familiar? That's where my idea comes in.
Yes. So for the information of everyone, Hillary Yip is a young business entrepreneur. She was just 15 years old. 16 years old siya this year. But the current age, that's her current age for this year. 16 years old na siya. She was the youngest CEO in the world. And then her career started when she was 10 years old. So nag-start ang young career sa business world when she was 10 years old. Imagine that 10 years old girl, CEO na siya. He was the youngest CEO around the world. And then, makikita niyo sa video, di ba, na ang galing niya magsalita. Ang galing niya, the way she speak, the way she deliver her purpose of, makita niyo sa interview, di ba? Ang galing niya, bata pa lang siya, pero ganun na kakubog yung pananalitan. Like, it was amazing. Ma-amaze ka. Like, parang, hindi naman masama, pero parang ma-compare mo sa sarili mo na ang galing niyang magsalita at that age. Siguro, lalo na kaya kung in the adult stage, mas magiging magaling pa tong bata. May future ang bata. So this, si Hillary Yip kasi she is from Hong Kong. So, her journey started when she was 10 years old when she was learning Mandarin. Kasi mahirap, di ba? Kapag bata ka talaga, mahihirapan kang mag-learn ng mga language, lalo na kapag hindi mo siya nature na ganun yung language mo. So, si Hillary kasi at ang siblings niya, nahihirapan siya na mag-learn the language of Mandarin. So, ang ginawa ng mother nila, yung mother ni Hillary is a police officer from the Hong Kong 12 years ago. Nag-retired na yung mother niya. So, ang ginawa ng mother ni Hillary is parang pinag-aral siya sa Taiwan for learning the language which is the Mandarin. So, natututunan niya yung Mandarin in just 1 month. Ganon ka talas, ganon yung isip. Like, she had, then after that, after 1 month na natuto siya na that language with her brother, merong competition na business competition, like that. Business speech? Yeah, business competition na parang narinig niya from the other, no, it's from Hong Kong yata yun. Nandito yun. From Hong Kong na business contest. So, yeah, naisipan niya na sumali siya. Kasi yung learnings na na-apply niya sa sarili niya, nakuha niya, ginawa niya yung opportunity para makapasok sa business world. Like, she was learning everything at that age. She was learning about business at that age. Kaya naisipan niya ang minor minus. Anyway, partner, ano ba yung minor minus?
So, minor minus, based on our research, minor minus is an app.
Yes.
So, minor minus is an online educational platform that facilitates language learning opportunities for kids of all ages. Through live video calls, children can engage in conversations to learn different language from one another. So she created this platform for it's like a safe space for everyone without judging everyone, because sometimes language barriers talaga yung
mahirapan talaga tayo pagdating sa language barriers, di ba? Parang
we can't understand anyone or everyone nga.
From other
For example, lain nationality.
Yes.
Lain nationality, lain ilang language. So, dili mo sa kuan, dili mo masabtan,
di ba?
Di mo masabtan kung kuan, dili mo kabalo sa isa-isa, and for nasa uban biya nga dili sad kabalo mag kaning isa ni atong universal language which is the English. So she created this platform to communicate this safely and freely.
Yes, this minor minus is naisipan niya na i-create ang app na to it's because nga doon sa language na language barrier. Para daw maging communication tool especially for the kids, kasi yung purpose niya talaga is yung mga kids matututo na in different languages in the young age pa lang, para ma-nurture yung mga kids in the future na mas may alam sila, or mas active yung learning sila through the use of this app, the minor minus app. This is an online
Platform.
Yes, online platform na naisipan niya na magiging business niya. And then this was marami talagang process na mapagdaanan when you enter in the business world. Like, hindi ka naman talaga maging successful on the spot. Marami kang mararanasan na failures, mga ganyan, yung mga plano mo na hindi natupad, like that. So at the young age, si Hilary Yip is naranasan niya yung ganyan. Parang na siya, parang nahubog na siya na alam niya na kung paano i-manage yung failures, alam niya na kung ano yung magiging decision niya. Like, yung age niya is parang hindi yung pag-iisip, hindi pang karaniwan na yung bata, ganon yung pag-iisip. Like, she had that purpose, she had that ability na ganyan siya mag-isip in the business world. Like, tayo nga, 'di ba, nahihirapan tayo to plan and then to do an action. Like, yes, ang hirap
na ta.
We are in the stage of 'di ba, adult na tayo,
Defining ourselves.
Yeah,
Parang
pero siya parang
in this age, we're just like defining ourselves, like ma-lost ka, na sometimes ma-lost ka. Pero siya kay at the young age, grabe kay siya ka-porsigido yung determination sa
with the help
passion.
With the help of her parents, gina-push gid niya bisag na fail na siya, kapila na siya na fail. Gina-push niya ang iyang app na minor minus because she had that beautiful purpose, she had that beautiful goal for the kids, especially for the kids. Kasi it will communicate to the kids by the using of the app. the different languages like that.
So Hillary hopes that her app would change the way people think to others. So she said that she quotes Nelson Mandela, when you speak in your language, you're speaking to his brain. But if you're speaking in their language, you're speaking to their heart. Like true good siya sa tinuod lang. Okay. What speaking to your speaking in an language gyud, kung kabalo ka sa ilang language, murag kabalo gyud ka nga
Relate
say
gyud ka.
makarelate ka sa meaning,
Sabot basabot,
sibot pasabot, sa proper way, sabay mga inappropriate, mga na kay what if dili gyud nimo si kanang wholeheartedly kuan ang ilang language, wala ka kabalo nga naka-offend ka, so mura to siya murag required sa imo makabalo ka kay para kuan para maka-communicate ka, pero but when you do it freely with your whole heart, so makaingon jud nga sakto gid day akong pag-study nga ni nga lang mo siya mo gid na siya sa tinuod lang.
yeah, failure is inevitable. So dili nimo ma-predict, dili ka makabalo kung ma-fail ba ka or dili. Diba? But failure will teach you a lesson. Like ma-apply nimo ang imong lesson for the next step or for the next action that you will going to do. Diba? Kasi kung wala kang gagawin sa mga plans mo, how could you achieve your goal or your dreams in life kung hanggang plano ka lang? So dapat talaga, you put everything into action. You have planned everything like this, like that. Of course, if you plan talagang may vision ka man na mas successful ka,
May
diba?
vision,
Yes,
tapos
you have
may
that
mission.
vision na talaga, ganito gagawin ko ganyan. Pero how can you achieve that if you will not put that into action? Kailangan talaga maging persistent ka, maging committed ka sa lahat ng ginagawa mo if you wanted to be
Consistency
successful
is the
in life.
key.
Oh, ganon si Hillary at the young age, alam na niya yun. Alam na niya yung mga ganyang characteristics, yung mga decisions na para maabot niya yung successful in terms of doing her business, and that's the minors. Let's make her the young CEO around the world. He had that ability na, grabe, in the business. So let's proceed. Alamin pa natin kung ano yung kaya niyang gawin.
Idea comes in.
How do you feel now looking back at it?
Wow, very fond memories back then, because I remember that the whole build-up period was extremely exciting. I was working with my mom at home, and my teachers at school back then were very supportive, and it was just so exciting because it was my first time doing it properly. The idea that education is transformative and will change our world. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I'm very into politics, and I think that being a politician is not the best way to change the world, but doing education is.
Tell me a moment where you knew exactly that this was exactly what you wanted to do.
I think it was a couple of days after my final pitch for that particular event when I was younger. I was going to a meeting with someone who said that, you know what, this could work. And during that meeting, he told me the life cycle of a startup, from seed round to IPO. Kind of very far ahead.
Yep.
But he walked me through the entire process and told me that failure is almost inevitable, but it's something worth doing. And that led me afterwards to think, is this something that I really want to do? And when I realized that learning something new, connecting kids, was something that can have a profound effect on society, I was just like, let's do it.
Yes, let's do it. Alam mo si Hillary kasi, ang lakas ng tiwala niya rin sa sarili. Fighting spirit.
Laban.
So, laban lang. Parang ganun talaga, from the episode 1 to episode 2, ganun naman talaga yung dinideliver natin to the viewers na kailangan laban lang tayo sa life kasi kung ano yung mararanasan natin, that's part of life. Huwag kayong mawala ng pag-asa.
Yes.
Parang ganun. Si Hillary, parang ganun yung pinupush niya.
It's like the failure is the best.
Yes. Learnings nga, may learnings ka sa failures na.
Isa plus siguro sana sa mga instructor or sa teachers natin. No? Then sa parents, no?
Of course, then if you
It's
have
like
that,
every failure, you can realize something. There's a realization after a failure. Makauna-una ka, magmuni-muni ka. Ala, kon man di ay ni siya, mali tok na buhat. Ngani, mangita ka way. It's either, magpadala ka sa imong failure or gamitin mo imong failure as a strength, as a motivation to move on, to go forward to your dreams. Kasi kung mag-stop ka, balik na po ka sa uno.
Like,
wala kay mabuhat. Dili ka mag-grow as a person.
yeah, you will, ano din kasi si Hillary Yet, parang, din siya, na-motivate din siya ng mentor. So, dapat din talaga na yung mga tao around natin is dapat alam din natin na this person would help us, this person would motivate us, this person would tell us what would the thing that would likely to do, like good things na para makakatulong na maging successful tayo in life, like motivation, kumbaga, yung mga tao na hindi tayo dinadown, hindi tayo dinadrag down, like, motivate tayo na to go on to your dreams, fight lang, laban lang sa buhay, parang gano'n.
It's like surround yourself with the positive people.
Yeah, surround yourself with the positive people. Kasi kung maging na-surround ka ng mga negativities,
madadamay ka.
Diba? Maapektuhan ka, like, my God, maisip mo na, you are lost, like, you're lost right now. Tapos,
pag yung
mga tao,
environment,
mga negative sa imong mga environment, tapos magpadala pag yun ka, isa na lang yun, no? Dapat yun na stay positive lang, tapos dapat
ayaw sa COVID, ayaw mo pag-stay positive sa COVID, dapat stay positive sa life. Sa life.
With
Hindi
your
sa COVID.
dreams, go on with your dreams, like Hillary Yet, diba? Imagine that at that young age, this interview, 13 years old pa siya, this interview. She had attended a lot of
pep talks.
Yeah, a lot of conventions, like mga business entrepreneurial conventions. He was invited as a speaker. Like, he speak a lot of business persons, CEO around the world. He was speaking in front of the people, like ma-imagine mo, wala bang kaba? Like, di ba, kahit na tayo,
mag-reporting lang. Mag-gurog lang ka, ma-mental block ka, siya kay gabi kay ang fighting spirit.
Grabe ang fighting spirit, 10 years
Idol
old
kay
pa lang.
na si Kuan.
10 years old pa lang siya, storya na siya, mga inana na yung inistoryahan sa atubangan sa mga dagko nga mga tao, mga CEO around the world. Like, I was watching a YouTube video ni Hillary. He was invited last 2019, I think, 2018, in USLS, University Scholar Leadership Symposium. She was invited as a speaker. Nasa YouTube, no, i-search lang ninyo sa kuan. I think sa, the USLS, Hillary Yet, na-invite siya doon. So, nandito yun sa ko. Basta, nandun.
Like, din sa may sinabi siyang, di ba, she's into politics in her young age. She's into politics. It's not like politics para magbardagulan, ha? But, politics in a positive way. Kaya yung iba kinapagbardagulan yung tapos sa politics. So, siya ang iyang gingon, di ba, na siya giikuan nga, politics, it's not the best way. It's not the best way to succeed.
To kuan the world, no, to make the world better.
It's not
but
education
is. Education is. So parang sa isip niya is at that young age, parang she was the leader. Like, kung sa Philippines pa, murag iyang gi-nurture, murag iyang gi-fulfill ang quote sa atong bayani nga si Jose Rizal na ang kabataan ang pag-asa ng bayan. Like, he was the example of that. Like, iyaha bitong i-lead ang mga kids na maging ready in the future to be a good leader, to be kanang mas
good citizen.
Yes, mas makuan pa, enhance ang ilang ability
boost
in the real world.
Confidence.
Yes, by connecting each other. Like, language is not a barrier. Ganon siya. Language is not a barrier to learn around the world, to learn everything around the world. Parang ganun yung niya.
Yeah.
She was focusing on kids. Kasi palaging tinatanong sa kanya na, parang, what is her edge?
What is her edge among the others?
Parang tinatanong siya
job interview. Ang utana gani na sa inyong employer.
Diba? At that young age, CEO na siya. Kaya tinatanong siya kung anong lamang niya sa ibang CEO na mga adults na, ang dami nang na-achieve in life.
Basta in the business world,
mga billionaires na po. Alam niyo yung sagot niya is, na-amaze ako kasi. Sabi niya, hindi edad ang basihan. Wow, di ba?
Age doesn't matter.
hindi edad ang basihan na maging successful ka sa life. Kasi daw, if you're very motivated, if you're very committed to the things that you wanted to do, yung mga plano mo daw, hindi ka magpapa-apekto sa ibang tao, you will go on lang, maging successful ka talaga. Kahit bata ka pa, matanda ka pa, or ano ka pa. Ganun yung sagot niya.
Then dito sa interview niya with this reporter, he said that it's like, sino ba nag-influence sa kanya? Diba?
Yes, she was influenced.
She answered that her role model is Mrs. Michelle Obama.
Yes, Michelle Obama.
The wife of Mr. Barack Obama. Yeah.
She was
Ipakutan na
a
siya.
good role model. Also.
Ipakutan na siya nga nung ipili niya si Michelle Obama.
Anong
Because she left her high-paying job
to serve the
to
community.
serve the community. O, di ba? From that moment, makaingon ka nga relate sa atong last episode.
Na,
It's like sa episode 1 na to si Jeff Bezos, nag-left siya sa iyang high-paying job.
Just
Gusto
to
niya,
pursue the thing
i-pursue
that he
niya yung
wanted.
gusto.
yes. Yung business niya na
Amazon.
Yeah.
Then, sa second episode is
Si Ramon ang
pay it forward.
yes.
Muna siya ang nagtatak.
Spread
Pay it forward.
humanity.
So, it's like giving back to the community. Di ba, grabe kayo, murag connected yun sa nato episodes karon.
If we are going to help each other, ma-achieve talaga siguro natin yung yung humanity, yung tayo, pagkakaisa. Ma-achieve natin yung pagkakaisa.
Unity,
Yes,
peace,
unity.
and everything. It's like humanity kay in
talaga.
this crazy world, grabe. In
Diba?
this,
Ang
grabe kay
dami
kaya
ng
crazy
problema sa
world.
mundo.
Yeah.
So let's proceed for something. Meron pang addition.
Your business jargon is just something that sets you miles apart. Who are your role models?
Michelle Obama.
Why Michelle Obama?
Because I think she's a very inspirational figure. I think that it's admirable that in the past when she was younger, that she left a high-paying job to go and work for the community and to make an impact in the place where she lives.
If Michelle Obama was watching this, you had a 15-second pitch, what would you say to her?
I would say to her that today's an exciting time where girls like myself and many others are working to make the world a better place. And I would love to meet her if I could.
And ultimately, that is something that she champions throughout the world. Okay, last but not least, top tips for young female tech entrepreneurs.
To any young female entrepreneurs is that you are your own person. There's no need to be swayed by extra influences because there will always be people who belittle you, tell you that you can't. The most important thing is to move on from those criticisms. If they're of any use, take them into consideration. If not, just ignore it and move on and do what you want to do most.
Hillary, I've learned a lot from you. Thank you so much for coming in today. I hope you had fun.
Thank you. It's been great.
Diba? Do what you wanted to do the most.
Huwag kang makinig sa mga bashers mo.
Huwag kang magpapa-apekto kasi talaga, meron talagang mga tao na ilu-look down ka, di ba? Merong mga tao na i-judge ka na wala ka pang ginawa. They already have a story na parang may end na, parang may conclusion na lahat.
Nagsalita na ng patapos.
Patapos. Hindi ka pang, yung kay Hillary Yep is that huwag ka daw pa-apekto sa
Huwag
kahit
kayo
anong sasabihin ng ibang tao.
Huwag kayo magpapa-apekto sa mga marites.
Grabe. We do not know naman
Maraming marites. So, dito sa Philippines, hindi ka na kailangan mag-aral ng law para maging judge ka. Kasi
Ang daming judger.
dito sa Philippines,
Ang
maraming
daming judger.
perfect. Di ba? Grabe.
we do not know naman kasi kung how
Is
we
it
are
judging?
how we going to perceive
Don't
others
judge the book by its pages. Char.
by its cover.
So, don't judge the book by its cover. Dagat kayo nga na mga judgmental person.
Hayaan mo sila.
Undangin na niyo ang pag-judge kay, di mo malambuan na, di naman. Pero kung i-judge man mo, ayaw ninyo idaan sa
Harassment.
Slap them with success pack. Ako
Yeah.
to. Successful lang ko.
Put it into action. Prove them that they are wrong. Kung ano man
Yeah.
yung mga judgment nila sa'yo. Pabayaan mo sila. Prove them that they are wrong. Put it into action. Like, i-prove mo sa kanila na, oy, pak, hindi ako yung sinasabi niyo, pak, ganun, di ba? dapat, fighting spirit. Go on to your
Mag-move on sa mga negativities.
Yes.
Murag kuan good, murag good ka na sa college. Mabagsak ka na nga quiz, mag-move on ka kay wala na kay time nga magilak-hilak pa na kay napay next subject.
Bawi
diba?
ka next time.
Bawi. So, moingon yung nga, bawi ko next time. Bawi ko next sem. Ay sa na.
Graduate.
Graduate na lang ka. Wala pa yung ka bawi.
Diba, at least, graduate ka. Alam mo na.
Oras, yeah.
Laban lang tong kinabuhi. If you feel lost this time, that's okay. Okay lang na. Lost ka. Life will go on. Life must go on. You have to trust yourself the most. Of course, God, kailangan kasama si God, diba? You have to build yourself kasi sa'yo naman talaga magsisimula ang lahat. If you wanted to be successful, sa'yo magsisimula ang lahat. Your decisions will affect your future. Your choices, your actions, diba? Affected lahat yan kung hindi ka magiging careful sa mga decision mo sa buhay. Affected lahat. Yung kahit mga tao sa paligid, your family, diba? You have to build yourself first para maabot mo yung pangarap mo. Tapos yung mga plano mo, put into action. Ganun lang. Trust yourself, trust in God, trust the process. You have to be, meron kang motivation sa self mo. You have to have good characteristics and mga decisions sa buhay na pwedeng ma-i-apply sa mga plano mo that make you a better person, make you grow, 'di ba? Make you improve in life. Wag kang magstay sa isang bagay na walang improvement para sa iyo, walang grow para sa iyo, hindi makakatulong for you to be successful in life. 'Di ba? Positivities lang tayo lahat dito. Hindi COVID positive in life. Okay?
Makadumdum yung itong nakita na ko nga gi-share nga memes bitaw sa Facebook nga wala kay ambag sa akong tuition fee, ayaw pagpanghilabot, di ba? Sakto na kada dilabdor bisag walay ambag sa tuition fee nga na
dagan kay Marites dito sa Pilipinas.
ambot lang. Si Tita Marites
ay mo perfecto sa mga unsa
sa mga Marites.
Go on with your life. Choose the thing that makes you happy, diba? Decide on the thing that make you grow, make you improve.
Mag-move on ta. Mag-move forward. Kung wala kay paglambuan ni nga butang, undangin na.
You have to plan something better na maka-improve sa imo.
Ayaw pag isod let go nga kuan nga butang kaya. Dili man ka mag-improve kung dili ka mo gawa sa imong comfort zone.
Yeah, you have to lumabas sa comfort zone mo to make yourself better. Kahit
dapat mag-evolve.
Dapat mag-improve ka sa sarili mo.
Mag-rank
open up. You
Mag-rank
have to
up
open up yourself sa mga improvements na pwedeng ikakatulong
Embrace the changes because change is constant. The only constant in this world is change. Bugid ako nadumduman sa akong classmate sa grade 10. Yung dito siya nga. The only constant in this world is change. So you must embrace changes. Diba? Yeah. Ayaw gid kahadlok nga. Ano na ibag-o? Mura lang kaning COVID bitaw nga. Sugod ang COVID, di ba, mag-online learning. Dagan kinag-ingon. Dagan pa
kayo adjustments. Diba? Gusto kayo mag-adjust pero
so, dili ko ka makaingon na. Dili kong sugot
Akong sunod. Wala na tayong mahimukan.
O tayo magbuhat kita musunod lang kita.
You have to adapt the changes.
Yes.
Kasi change is constant nga. Diba? If you lost this time, that's okay. Okay lang. Bawi next time. Diba? Lilipas din yung panahon. Hindi forever na magiging sad ka, hindi forever na magiging happy ka, hindi forever na magiging emotional ka. Okay? Lilipas din ang oras, lilipas ang panahon. There is no permanent. Okay? And do not limit yourself kasi our possibilities are limitless, di ba? Sabi ni Lord,
it's like think beyond the back.
Yeah. We can do more. Yeah. Okay? We can do more. We can do
more if musalig yung kasi yourself. Kung naka-doubt, yung dilig yun, wala yun.
Yes. Trust yourself. Yeah. Trust the Lord. Trust the process. Lahat ng possibilities. Ganun lang. Go on with the life. Huwag kayong mag-alala. So, ayun.